I'm here on Saskatoon Creek in northeastern BC, which is between Rolla and Dawson Creek on Treaty 8 territory. On the cut bank behind me, I've been working on a project called Earthwork for the last 3 years. This winter I decided that I needed to write some essays that would help clarify and document some of the ideas that I've been exploring and some of the experiences that I've enjoyed. This is one of those essays. Winter was well fed this year. She licked the sky dry to store its energy in crystalline layers, like a bear stripping cranberries from branches. Now the ascendant sun shakes the land awake, quickening the water. The catchment of Saskatoon Creek is broad and shallow, 2 hands cupped together with fingertip horizons low in the sky. The creased and folded farmland is divided by ditches, spilling water to gullies, ravines, and the creek. The land, scoured by turbulence, is suspended in a rapid slurry, a scent of earth tasted at the back of the throat. The exuberance of spring is traced from the slow waltz of ice to a flood's rave. Hidden in this sequence is a quest for rhythm. The stream bed and a clash of water velocities choreograph hydraulic jumps, pirouetting in chaos. Entering the bend at the cut bank, the fast water undulates where it greets the slow shoreline eddy. When the upstream flow reaches a critical speed, transition becomes sharply defined. The undulation rises to crest and crash as it becomes a standing wave curling back on itself. In the water's rapid pulse, waves grow, shift, diminish until the flood is spent. A hooked blade proved best at marking the clay and finely packed sand. The first experiments were simple geometric patterns and stenciled figures. Depictions of meandering streams enhanced movement in the designs and emphasized interconnection. But meanders have a history rooted in many cultures. The Ukrainian tradition of Pisanka, or egg decoration, names the meander as the eternity line. This line, without beginning or end, is used to capture evil spirits in endless travel as a protection. My lines on the creek coincide with the fossils of creatures that lived 60 million years ago and today's fracked gas wells. The Trypillian culture of ancient Ukraine crafted remarkable pottery. An earthenware storage jar from 4000 to 3500 BC is painted with confident gestures of movement and pattern. Instantly, I was captured by an intertwined double crescent centered on a hollow circle. And the 2 interlocked outlines were called standing waves emerging out of chaos just months before. I've carved my interpretation of this icon, including meander lines, into the bank 3 times. But I have repeated its motion without count. Hiked the forest, walked the creek, engraved the sand, marked the clay, and record the life cycle of the work. The harvest of this repetition is the gain of experience, new questions unearthed, and a compassion for the land and its inhabitants. The cut bank is a standing wave, its curved face leaning into a slow collapse. There is a nest at the top near the undercut edge, a resting place in a shallow fold of moss and last year's foliage. The day's passing is measured by cups of tea and the making of each moment. Once, a slender blade skimmed the surface of the creek towards the cut bank. A northern goshawk rising up the cliff passed so close I could have touched fingertip to wingtip. The hawk settled on a bare-boned aspen giant, peered into the forest, and carved into the shadow.